Now, a big part I can understand why this book came out this time is because we are in a pandemic. We are having this issue, basically. I think it is an issue of immune system and immunity, and also comorbidity, metabolic syndrome, all of these things that exacerbate what we're going through right now. But we've been in this pandemic about 8 or so months now. And it seems we really haven't done too much to be proactive aside from masks and social distancing and basically a lockdown. In your book, there are a number of actions you can take to boost the immune system, of course, at least lower the severity of coronavirus in this pandemic. So if you were placed on a task force right now, COVID task force, what would be the first actions that you would recommend we all start to do? Because so far, it hasn't been much except wear your mask, stay indoors, lots of hand sanitizer, which again could be controversial because that could weaken the immune system too. We won't get into that right now. But what are some of the actions you would say, hey, this is what I would start out right now if I were on a COVID task force?
I think we have to make quality foods affordable for the population and stop subsidizing corn, soy, and wheat. And so switching the population over to more nutrient dense foods and make it affordable for everyone. And really our nutrient status and our own immune health comes from the food that we consume. So if we can get people to afford quality food, that would be the first step, in my opinion.
Do you feel, though, that people would move to quality food even if it wasn't an issue of economy, basically, if it wasn't a financial issue, if everything were even? I still feel that McDonald's would have long lines, right? I still feel people don't get it until we start treating it a little bit like we did cigarettes. These are dangerous things, like a McDonald's burger. Listen, it's still your choice, but you need to have the knowledge, right? Do you feel that it requires kind of intervention of more so education than just the finances?
100%. I totally agree with you. And I think, of course, people can still occasionally have, those types of foods, but the goal is to, shift and do the sort of 80-20 rule where 80% of your foods is really being sourced from whole foods that are, natural and healthy. I guess if you took price off the table, this pandemic has really shown people that your metabolic health is going to determine how well you handle this virus. And I think people now are more than ever are more likely to actually start eating healthier.